So if you're watching these because you want to practice JavaScript hands-on and you want to create a solution, today we'll be creating a to-do list using JavaScript, just your normal HTML, CSS in JavaScript. And welcome, I'm Jeremiah Bankole, having fun with tech. So this project is perfect basically for beginners, anyone just starting, just want to get your hands dirty with JavaScript. Also play around DOM manipulation and user interaction and all. So I'll walk you through every step using HTML, setting up from HTML to using JavaScript to update your to-do list in real time. So yeah, without any further gibberish or talking, just do well to subscribe, like the video, whatever you say, just like it. Yeah, it supports me in a way. So yeah, getting to the video, I'm all about giving you value and making sure you totally understand everything you need to. So if you have any questions whatsoever, just go to the comment section and ask your question and I'll do all to attend to it right there. And if I can't over there, I'll just create a new video for that. Yeah, see you in the video. So basically this is what we'll be creating today. We'll be creating a to-do list where I can add task and yeah, I also thought of including the delete task. Okay, I will include that. I'll include a delete task button where when you had a task, you can delete it, and it's gonna be fun. So just tune in and make sure you watch at the very end because definitely you don't want to miss the JavaScript aspect. And you can I'll include a timestamp where you can just skip through to wherever section you feel interested in. Yeah, have fun. So I've created a to-do list folder. All we just need to do is create our files, our index.html, our styles.css, and our script.js. Once we have that set, we're going to our index.html file, putting the exclamation point and tap on enter. I'm going to name this. Then I'm going to close this. Now we're building a very simple interface for the HTML. So as you can tell, there'll be little HTML that I'll be using here. I just need to create a div. I'm going to name this class a to-do container. Let's call it a to-do container. Within it, I'm going to have an input where I'm going to put in whatever it is. Now it's going to have a text, a type of text, and an ID of, let's say, to-do input. And I'm going to include a placeholder within these. I think it's needed. So I'm going to include a placeholder where I just say add a new task, just like that. So after that, we need a buffering. Our buffering is just to add our task. And my buffering will definitely take an ID so I can reference it when calling it in JavaScript. So I'm going to say add button, add btn, and put it that way. Now, after adding our btn, definitely want to display whatever it is we're adding. So I'm going to have a UL here with no list within it. I'll be using my JavaScript to include the list items. I'm just going to have an ID here of to the lists. I'll be making use majorly of IDs here, even with the styling. I've created a style, so all I need to do is link it. So I'll just say styles, the CSS, and I'm going to come down here to also link my script. I'm going to have a source. I'm going to call it script.js. Before I do anything, let's just go live. And we're going to see it over here. We have add a new task and we have a button add to task. Just that. Now the next thing I want to do is to style it. I'm just going to split it to the right so we can see both of them together. And the styles we'll be applying is just to the, we're going to be applying it to the div, the to-do container. So I'm just going to come here and say that to-do container. Now, but before that, just to take away every extra spacing, which I don't like. So I just say the padding. I'm going to give it 0. I'm going to give it a margin of 0. Also going to give it a box sizing of border box. So we have a default template here with no space around it. So I have the to-do container now. What I want to do is just give this to-do container a specific width and center it. So I'm going to say for the to-do container, I want it to have a width of say 300 pixels. Then I want to give it a margin just to center it. I'm going to give a margin top, bottom 0, but to the left and right, I want it to be auto. So now it's at the center. And then I'm going to align every text within these to the center. So whatever text is going to be coming within my to-do container here is going to be centered. Then the next thing I want to do is style my inputs and my buffering. So my input and buffering, all I need to do is give them a width of say 100% each of them. Now they're on different lines, and I need more padding within it. So I'm going to give it padding of say 10 pixels. They're getting bigger, and I want spacings between them. So I'm going to say margin. I want 5 pixels spacing between them, top and bottom, but left and right should still remain 0. Yeah, I'm okay with that. For my UL, which has nothing within it right now, definitely it's going to give it a list style. So I'm just going to say I don't want any list style, and I don't want any padding too, which is not really needed, but I can just put it there just to clear out any padding that might possibly come up. Now we're going to be including an li using our script tag, using our script JavaScript file. So just to style it, I'm going to give it a padding of 8 pixels round it. I'm also going to give it the same margin I gave above, just 5 pixels top and bottom, and left and right 0 just to space it out. I'm going to give the li a border. I'm going to say 1 pixel solid and say DDD. Then I'm also going to give it a background color of say F4, 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 just like that. So you won't see it reflect here because I don't have any task added yet. Alright, so we're fine with this. You can add your styles. You can decide to add your styles, whatever you need to include just to beautify it the more. I'm just going for the basic one and just trying to really explain the functionality here. Alright, I'm off to the script. I'm going to close out this style and I'm working with the script now. For the script, there's only one action we're taking. We're clicking on this add task, which is like the major action will be taken. So I need the document that get elements by ID. So what elements will we be getting? Remember our button here has add button, add btn. So I'm going to copy that and I'm just going to paste it within this, just like that. So after clicking on it, I need to give it an event listener for the click. So I'm saying when I click on these, maybe I should just expand this so you can see it's better, or should I just close it? Hopefully you like it this way, so you can see what I'm doing here. I think this is the main reason why you majorly tuned into this, just to understand the functionality here. So you are getting the element by ID, that is the button, and you're adding an event listener for an action. So I'm saying when I click on it, I want to do something. I'm going to take in another parameter, which is the callback function. The callback function basically tells it the action to perform. So when that action is going to perform, it's going to add our task, going to add li task to the list. That's basically what it's going to do. So first thing, I need to create a variable to store whatever value is entered here by the user. I'm just going to come here and I'm going to say const, let's say to the text. Let me give it a capital T. Const to the text. I'm going to say my to the text, I want it to be document dot get elements by ID, not that. Elements by ID. And what I'll be getting is the to-do input. So if you get to our index.html, you can see we have an ID here for the input. So I'm going to get that, close this. That's what I want to get here. And all I'm interested in is the value. So I'm going to say dot value, just like that. So I need the value, whatever value is entered here is going to be stored within my to-do text variable here. Alright, so the next thing is I want to check if the to-do text, if whatever the person entered there is not empty. I don't want someone to click on this when this is empty and it adds it to it. So I want to check if the to-do text is empty, it has nothing within it. I want to send an alert to the person and say, please enter a task. just like that. So after that, I'm going to return. So it takes the person out of this function and ask the person to put in the necessary things, because I don't want it to continue or go any further. I want it to just go out of this function. Remember, this is a function we are within. It's a callback function here. All right. So also, after, if the person actually enters a valid task or a valid input, then I will need to do something with the input. And remember, I said I will be creating an li tag so as to store this value. So I have it to do text already. That's just a text, but I need a tag to place it within it. So I'm going to create a tag. I'm going to say const. Let's name the tag li so you can better visualize it. So I'm going to say document dot create element. So we're creating an element, and that element is going to be li, just like you normally have it. The li tag is what we're creating here. Then just to get the content of my li, I'm just going to say the li dot text content will be equal to the to-do text here, which I got using the ID. I'm going to say that will be my to-do text. So I have an li storing the to-do text. Now all I need to do now is append it to my UL, which I created here. This UL here, the to-do list. So I need to append it, my li, within this. So how do we do that? First thing, I need to get the element. I can just do that by saying document dot get element by ID, and that will be my to-do list. I'm going to paste it there. Now I want to append something to it, so I'm going to say append, and I'm not just appending anything, it's a child. I'm appending a child to it, so it stays within the UL. So what am I appending to it? This li. I'm going to say li. And that's all you need to do. So just so you can get the you can clear the input value once the person adds task. You can just set the input value here to 0, to empty rather. So all I just need to do, I can just come up here and copy what I have here, this document, the get element by ID inputs. I'm going to copy it and I'm going to bring it down here, paste it, and give it a value of an empty string. There we go. So I believe this should work fine right now. So if I should add a task and say go to the bathroom, who doesn't know to go to the bathroom, right? So when I click add task, it adds it and say go to the bathroom. So I can do that for as many things, as I said, take a walk. It's going to add that. So it keeps appending it underneath here, and this style is the style we get the li within our styles. That's the li down here. So basically that's how to create a to-do list. So I'll just be adding some extras right now, like you being able to delete the delete a task, because definitely once you're done with a task, you need to remove it from the list, right? So yeah, we have to go to our script. Let me close these. We have to go to our script again. Now within these, we return these and we have our li and our to-do text. We need to include a delete button. So I can just create the button. I can just say like delete button. So let me just say btn. My delete button, I don't have it, so I have to create the element. I don't have any delete button within my HTML, so I'm going to say dot create element, and creating the elements just like we normally have the tag, just call it like that. You have button. Now I have my delete button. All I need to do is just give it a content, because it's just like creating a tag without a content, just like in your HTML file. Imagine creating a button without a content within it. So after what it did just now is just creating a button, but I want it to give it a content. So I'm going to go back there, close this. I want it to give it a content of delete, just like that. All right, so I want it to do something once we click on it. So once a delete button dot add event listener. So I'm adding an event listener so that when an action is performed, like clicking the button, for instance, I want it to remove the list from the UL. I want it to just take it away from there. So all I just need to do is just say the li, my li which I created here, dot remove, just like that. Very simple. And we have a delete button. So the last thing you need to do is just append it as a child to your list items. I'll just say delete btn. So I'm appending it to my li as a delete buffer, and that's just it. So I'm going to refresh this. I should not have that thing under here, right? So adding a task now, I'm just going to say, like, I'm not going to bathroom again. So let me just say take a walk, and to add that. You can see for each of them now we have a delete. If I click on this, is out of there. So I can just add as many tasks as I want. Go to the bathroom. Why is that the only thing coming to my head? All right, add task, and you can add multiple tasks, and the same thing applies, and you can just delete. So definitely you can work on the styling and improve the styles for that. So that's the functionality here that I was explaining, and I hope you got value from this video. So if you understood everything, do well to like, and if you have any question, please do well to ask in the comment section and I will answer. Just the few lines of code, we're able to create a basic and yet interactive to the list. So please do well to like the video and subscribe. And yeah, definitely in the future, maybe we might add local storage. You can start sorting the task, and you can do it yourself just to like improve on what you've done here. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next video.